Namaste. One of the key factors to our happiness is our relationship with our friends, how popular we are with them, and how well we get along with them, how much they want us. That really determines, to a large extent, how happy we are. So all of us without doubt want happy relationships and good friendships as an anchor we can go to time and again. And yet that's something that's elusive for many of us, though we make such huge efforts to get it. What determines good friendships with people? We think it's about how smart we are, how pretty we are. I've often heard my school kids say that if we get good marks, we'll be popular with our friends. But just think about it. What do you like in your friend? Are you friends with a person because she's academically brilliant? Are you friends with her because she's pretty or she's smart? None of these things really. What attracts you to a person is not what the person is, but what the person makes you feel when you're around the person. And when can you make others feel good when they are around you? When you feel good in your own skin. We think that the thoughts we think are just all over. They are in our head and it's done. But it's not really so. The thoughts we think build a whole energy field around us. And that energy field determines our charisma, how people feel in our presence, or whether they want to stay with us or whether they want to move away. I don't know if you've heard of the famous sage Ramana Maharishi. He lived in South India, a place called Tiruvannamalai. That's where the Ramana ashram is. His story is that when he was just 21 years old, he was in a cave in the Arunachal hill and he got enlightened. He got the answer to the question he was seeking, who am I? And for a long while after his enlightenment, he wouldn't speak, but people would just come and sit around him, maybe for an hour in silence, and they would go back healed and happy. Ramana didn't have to speak a word, but he was like a magnet which just attracted people to him. It was the presence he carried. I'm not saying we all need to get enlightened, but if we work on ourselves to cultivate that presence of peace and joy inside us, we'll automatically become attractive to people around. There's the phenomena of push and pull. Normally we want to push ourselves onto people in the sense that we want to make an impression on them. We want them to receive us in a certain way. But Ramana Maharishi didn't do any of that. He functioned on the principle of pull. He just embodied a consciousness which pulled people to him. At our level, how do we embody this mechanism of pull towards us? Two simple ways. We've explored one of them in a previous video. The concept of Pratipaksha Bhavanam. That is, don't let one negative thought rise in your head. As they say, stress is pressure divided by resilience. The more resilient you are, the same pressure will produce less stress. How can you be more resilient? By changing your inner dialogue about what happens to you. So instead of an inner dialogue like, that person's always mean to me, she's always trying to pull me down, I'll show her, change it to maybe the person's suffering, the person's carrying her own secret cross which I don't know about. Let me not add more negativity to the situation. I hand over charge of this crisis with the person to the universe. Let the universe handle it. I'm not going to think negative about her. I don't know, be creative in changing your inner dialogue about triggers in your life, because when that changes, you'll have a positive charge around you which will make you attractive to people. Secondly, we all have a divine presence within us. And I'll read you Mother's words. She says, "The divine is not far. He is in ourselves, deep inside and above feelings and the thoughts. With the divine is peace and certitude, and even the solution of all our difficulties. Hand over your problems to the divine, and he will pull you out of all difficulties. Never forget that you are not alone. The divine is with you, helping and guiding you. He is the companion who never fails, the friend whose love comforts and strengthens. Have faith, and he will do everything for you." So very simple and powerful 1-minute practice I do with my school children. You could do it at the beginning of the day and several times through the day. It just takes a minute. So you shut your eyes. You visualize a sunrise spreading golden shafts of sunlight on a landscape and on you. Let the sun glide into your heart. See the sunrise at the center of your chest. And as you see that sunrise, repeat in your heart, "I am safe. I am protected. I live in a friendly universe. The universe has my back." One more time. I am safe. I am protected. I live in a friendly universe. The universe has my back. If you do this several times through the day, you'll automatically have a vibe around you. And as they say, as is your vibe, so is your tribe. Namaste.